What's good, Sinz Nation? It's your boy Sinz here. Damn, that was loud. But we're back, and we're better, and we're back, and we're better. This is, I believe, episode 6 of Talking with Sinz with my co-host in the building, Will. Actually, it's not the end of the year yet, so I'm going to still call you Benedict Williard, and we're going to go with that
I forgot
for the
that
longest.
happened.
So, Mr. Benedict Williard, today, but before we get into it, I want to say, y'all didn't know already, Talking with Sinz is now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's where you can go and listen to episode 5, because episode 5 is not on YouTube. I'm not going to put it on YouTube because new computer, files get corrupted, all this and that. Things happen. I'm sorry. However, we're back with episode 6, the season finale. Gonna end 2020 off with a bang because 2020 has been a rocky year. So, first, I want you guys to know, season 2 is going to start in January. First episode, I can let you know, is going to be the eras of music. Which era is the best? It's going to be me, Mr. Williard here, and my boy Emeka. We're going to be talking about that. That's going to be the first episode of season 2. Season 2 is going to have a lot of special guests. Am I going to tell you who these guests are? No. That kills the mystery. But, further ado, let's get into what today's episode is on. You already seen the title. Drum roll, please. The Art of Confidence. So, let's get this one started. Alright, man. The Art of Confidence. I mean, I could give y'all a little bullet point. We're going to talk about, I'm going to let y'all know how to build your confidence. First, I got to let y'all know what confidence is. There's actually a difference between overconfidence and underconfidence. Because you can be overconfident, but then you can also be underconfident, stuff like that. And then for the parents out there, the young parents out there, the old parents out there, give y'all some advice on how to raise confident children. And I know the first thing y'all going to be like, well, Brandon, how do you know how to raise confident children? You don't have children of your own. Look, you don't got to take my advice. You don't got to listen to my advice. But I'm still going to give you the advice. Why? Because I'm a good person. I feel like I'm a good person. So, when it comes to confidence, there's a difference between confidence and narcissism, right? So, narcissism, it's like, what's the perfect example I'm trying to think of? Think of Sharpay from High School Musical. She's a narcissist. Yeah. She, the high belief in herself, the excessive interest of, oh, look at me, I'm pretty, I'm proper, I'm pristine. Narcissistic. While confidence, it's just, you have belief in yourself. You can meet conviction. You can succeed. The willingness to act accordingly. And then to be confident, you need to have a realistic sense of your capabilities. And that's going to kind of tie into overconfidence, because when you do not have that realistic sense, when you think you're so confident, you're jumping through the roof like Jordan, when you don't meet that threshold, when you don't meet that level of success, you're going to kind of burn yourself out. You're going to feel terrible in a sense. You're going to feel like a failure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So to get it started, building confidence, it's not easy, but it's also not hard. I was reading this book lately. I do not remember the name of the book. I read too many books. I'm sorry. But it was one, how to talk to people, and how to build that confidence, because those two things go hand in hand. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to be able to talk to people like that. Yeah. And to succeed in the world, you have to have connections. You need to know how to talk to people,
100%.
So it's confidence, it's not an innate characteristic. You're not born with confidence, you can acquire this ability at a young age, and you can improve it over time. I know kids who are super confident. As a teacher, I've met children who are super confident, and I love that for them, because we need more confident kids in the world. And the biggest thing of confidence that goes hand in hand with talking to people is that social confidence. And it can be developed in social settings, even with your friends. You can observe your friends. Observe, if you have a friend who's really outspoken, outgoing, observe them. Observe their mannerisms, how they structure themselves, how they flow themselves in life. That's going to help you build your confidence, especially if any conversation, get the flow of it before you jump into the conversation, prepare questions and topics. It took a lot of confidence for me to come up on this platform and start talking with Sinz, you know? Talking to whoever's listening. I'm not looking at you face to face. I don't know your reaction to it. Yeah. You got good criticism, bad criticism, you know, but it's talking with Sinz. Keep it all uncut, unfiltered, all that good stuff. So I know a lot of people will be like, well, Brandon, I have anxiety. Yes, anxiety is a major hindrance in confidence, and it can take hold when you're plagued with self-doubt and you put yourselves in situations that you're really not in. You can overthink with that situation. You can have fear from that situation. But just really just practice, you know?
Yeah. I think it's just repetition with everything. Eventually it'll grow, I think. Yeah, eventually it grows within you. I don't know if I'm the good representative for it, but like, I don't even know how to explain it. I got confidence in things I do, but not complete confidence in myself, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. If that makes sense. That's
I get what you're saying. It's like when you hone your craft, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like you could have confidence, you know, in your photography skills, like you know you're that man, but then at the end of the day, in yourself, you don't have that confidence. It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, exactly.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people can improve their confidence on a daily basis. It's really just handling life and handling the emotional outcomes. And I think 2020 was a good year to kind of increase confidence in some people, because 2020 had its foot on your neck. It was not letting you go. But I think of, what was the book? How to get out of your mind and unfuck yourself. Excuse my language. However, that book talked about when we get in our head, we think of the things in the past. And a good thing to think of is, in the past, think of all those situations you were in. And at the end of the day, you came out of it. You know, at the end of the day, you overcame that situation. You beat that situation. Yeah. And you're a better person today because of it. So it's like, I take every negative in my life, and there's going to be days where it beats me down. There's going to be days where I get in my head. But I take majority of negative situations in my life, and I think like, okay, I overcame this. I overcame this before. What makes this different? What am I upset about? Because if you let a situation hone over you, it's just going to eat you alive. Mm-hmm. And you really just have to overcome that situation. That's a key step to building confidence, because once you can beat the overthinking in your mind and you're just like, all right, I'm this type of person, I'm willing to do this, that's where you get your confidence from. It's just the willpower to like, no, I'm that man, I'm that person, without being narcissistic.
Yeah. I always feel like confidence, like, you don't have to speak on your ability. It speaks for itself.
Exactly.
I feel like once you start talking about it, that's when you're talking about yourself and things that you can do over and over again, then that's when it becomes narcissistic. But I feel like confidence should just speak for itself.
Yeah, because like narcissism, once again, when you're a narcissist, that's just you protruding your insecurities on others. It's your defense mechanism, because it's like you're so insecure about it. That's when you're kind of like, well, I can do this, 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 you know?
Yeah.
I know people like that. I know a person who they train, and they show me everything they can do and tell me everything they can do. And I'm like, that's cool, but you don't have to tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can show me, like, cool, post what you're posting. But by you saying, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, like, all right, bro, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it. But when you're confidence, that instills like a personal sense of being capable and competent. Mm-hmm. While when you're narcissistic, it's more of you're encompassing a sense of superiority over your peers. And it's like, cool, you got some personal demons you need to work on, and this is your way of fighting those demons. It's a terrible way to do it, but I get what you're doing. Yeah. And in time, we're actually drawn to narcissists. It's a weird thing, but we're just people who have a higher sense of narcissism. It's better for those who are lower in narcissism. It's the opposite attract factor.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you have lower, what's the thing I want to say? So when you meet someone, right, like the popular kid, that's the perfect way to say it. The popular kid. Everyone always wants to be friends with the popular kid. The popular kid knows he's popular. So he'll always talk about how popular he is.
Yeah.
So you think to yourself, well, why is everyone drawn to this popular kid? Because they aren't, quote unquote, popular. So you're drawn to something that makes you think, well, if I hang out with him, I may get some cool points. Because at the end of the day, you're overestimating how cool they are. You're overestimating how much self-esteem you are. Because it's crazy. All the popular kids in like middle school, especially high school, they always peak.
Oh yeah, all the time.
They always peak in high school. And the reason being is because then, once you get to college, you fully realize nobody cares.
Exactly.
Because they're worried about college, they're stressed, they're adults. So that popular kid who had the world on his shoulders in high school, they get to college and they're like, dang, what am I good for? What can I show? I don't have these people drawing themselves to me and dropping themselves to me anymore. Dang, is this what it's like? And it's because you can't even really blame the popular kid. You got to blame the people that were drawn to the popular kid because they were overestimating his self-esteem and boosting his ego up, which made him and himself overestimate himself.
Yeah.
So he didn't get that lead to success.
Yeah.
That he envisioned, because he envisioned he's gonna be popular his entire life. He blew by high school. He's like, I get everything I want to me, everything handed to me, and then boom, at the end of the day, he realized in reality, shit ain't sweet. You don't give a damn. I don't care how popular or how much money you have. You a normal motherfucker to me.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that's It's weird how it is true. I think people with like but I think it also ruins confidence in a sense too, because that's what people start to think confidence is and has to be. So sometimes it also seems unattainable to even be that way or be popular. So it also hinders people from trying to reach towards and gain more confidence within themselves because of that.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of also have to realize you have to know how to separate between the two, like as soon as possible or at a younger point, because you see the popular kids and you realize that that's not really confidence, because after, like you said, after high school, it's like they reach this plateau. There's nothing more. There's no more up. It's stuck there. So I think realizing the difference between the two can help a lot with people as well, I feel like. Yeah. Because that's not what confidence is. Confidence is unspoken, to me at least.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, confidence is really unspoken. I mean, also, it's not bad to tell people of your goals and your dreams and, hey, like, I learned this and that.
Not at all.
If I came up to you and I was like, yo, Will, I could do this with audition, this with audition, this with audition, this, and then it's like, it gets to me showing you audition, and I'm not really doing the shit I'm telling you. I was so overconfident in my shit, it made me seem like I'm over here, a damn third degree sound engineer.
Facts.
And I'm just intermediate at best.
Yeah.
You know? But then people have to understand too little confidence. When you have too little confidence, and I've had times where I was not confident in my abilities. I've had times where I was not confident within myself. But with too little confidence, it prevents you from taking risk.
Yeah.
It prevents you from taking a lot of risk and seizing opportunities. And that could be in anything. School, work, social life, anything. Relationships. And my best advice is, fuck it. Do what you gotta do. Take that risk. Take that sacrifice. Take that opportunity. Because what's the worst that could happen? You go for a job promotion and you don't get it. Okay? In life, I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe everything is a learning experience. So you not getting that job promotion is just a learning experience to you for either one, you may have to hone your abilities better. And if you have that confidence in yourself, that you are good at what you do, that is a blessing to you, because boom, you get a better job opportunity. And look, maybe 2-3 months down the line, the job you previously worked for is in some hot water because they were doing faulty shit. Or boom, the job you worked for previously shuts down. You know? You have to understand that life is all about growth. And that's why I don't believe in peaking. Like for myself, especially. I don't think I can peak because I just want to keep on. I don't want to be stagnant. I'm never like a stagnant person. I always want to just grow. Well, those popular kids, they become stagnant. They become too comfortable. And it's like, damn, what am I doing? I peaked. So,
yeah.
And then when it comes to too much confidence, you know, you can be cocky, arrogant, narcissistic.
Yeah, that's
you know, because people probably would say that, like, example, LeBron. People could say LeBron's cocky or he's too confident. I honestly don't think LeBron's that confident, like overconfident at all. Personally, I think LeBron has. I feel like there's been times where he's been had too little of confidence.
Yeah.
At times, too little of confidence because, you know, being in Jordan's shadow, at a point in time, you could say Kobe's shadow, you know. I say that the media just harps LeBron for a lot of stuff, you know.
I think it's the media that makes it seem like he's this cocky person. But I don't believe he is either.
I think because LeBron's he's the greatest player in the world. There's nothing stopping that. At the age he's doing it, I think LeBron has a proper amount of confidence, and he instills that proper amount of confidence on his kids. Because you look at LeBron, he was just a kid from Akron. He ain't supposed to be where he's at.
Yeah.
And he's there, you know. So that's that. Now, for parents out there, you know, it's hard, you know, because sometimes, like, our parents, like, how could I say this? Some people's parents don't raise them to be confident. Some people's parents aren't there in their lives. Which I said, I had this discussion earlier. I don't necessarily say someone needs a mother nor a father. I personally think someone just needs a parental figure. Or just someone that can give them advice and look up to. You know? Because honestly, to me, a mother or a father is just a title. But I could be wrong. You know, that's up for discussion. That's up for any type of debate. But my point is, when it comes to confidence in a children look up to a lot of people. But they mostly look up to that person that's in their life all the time. Whether it's a mother, father, uncle, mentor, guardian. If you want to raise confident children, you cannot give participation awards. You cannot give these participation trophies. You got to teach them how to win. You got to teach them how to lose. If they're having trouble with something, sometimes you got to step back and let them figure it out. Because if you're that parent that comes in and helps them with everything, and you're that shoulder to lean on 24/7, 7 days of the week, that's what 24/7 means. But
yeah,
you know what I mean. All the time, they're not gonna have that strong sense of urgency, because then they might do things to just, one, please you, and they're not pleasing themselves, and then two, they're gonna just always come to you for everything. So it's always, you know, you could teach them motivation, but you have to instill a strong sense of confidence and self-agency and self-awareness, and let them know that that's them. And that's raising a confident child. Now, when they're a teenager, teenagers are terrible. I was terrible. We don't listen, you know? But it's more of, you can't be that parent that's too strict. Overly strict parents make rebellious children. And it's like, you have to teach your teens to learn from their mistakes. And failure is always an evidence of trying, and just encourage them, persistence. That's the main thing. And you can't unload your own worries on the children, you know? You don't want to be that parent where it's like, dang, a lot of bull crap is going on in my life right now. I'm going to put this entire load on my teenager who's studying for a final exam at the moment and see how they do, you know? So that's just my advice on it. I don't know if you have any specific advice of your own, or like how you would instill confidence on your sister since she's younger than us.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really thought about it, honestly. I think what you said is good. Sometimes you just gotta let them figure it out. I wish I had that growing up, like, earlier on. I think especially in school and stuff. It was always like I always had my mom like looking on freaking progress book and crap like that, and like it was like a constant ringing in my ear. So I think I never like held myself really accountable until much later on. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like that has a kind of a hindrance in confidence. I think I kind of felt like I always needed somebody to tell me what to do instead of being able to know how to do it myself. And then I just didn't think I was able to do it myself. So I thought I just needed it. So maybe that, I guess, could be
I get what you're saying.
a difference.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I never thought of it like that in raising confident kids. Yeah, I never thought about it too much.
I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, I've had my doubts with confidence and stuff like that. At the moment, I can't really think of an exact example, but that's just my little advice about, raising confident children, things of building confidence, and much more on the latter. I will put on YouTube the link to the book I did read. It helped out. I put my friend Taylor onto the book. He read it in like a day and a half. So shout out to Taylor for that. He said he enjoyed the book. But I do remember this one key note and key point from the book. And the biggest way you want to increase your confidence is write down your goals. If you write down your goals, you have a goal set. First, 9 times out of 10, let's say you write down 10 goals. 9 times out of 10, within 2 days, you will have at least 8 of those goals done, especially short-term goals. Long-term goals, obviously you can't get long-term goals done in 2 days, depending on the goal. But my biggest point to give you guys is write down your goals. Have a mood board, a vision board, idea board, notebook. Write down your goals. Lay out that plan that you want to do. And with that being said, I'll let you say it.
Oh, the outro?
I'll let you say it.
This has been Talking with Sinz, and we out.